Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making some absolutely amazingly crispy and savory soy sauce chicken wings. So first you want to start off by prepping your chicken wings, making sure you remove all the feather if there's any and washing it. You can wash it with a bit of vinegar, and you want to go in with some soy sauce and onion juice. And the powder seasoning that you see me have right here is garlic, ginger, salt, black pepper, and white pepper. You want to make sure you combine these completely so that when you distribute it, it's distributed evenly. So you just want to coat the chicken well and use your hands and massage the seasoning into the chicken really well. It's best to leave the marinade on the chicken overnight or a couple hours so that it can really penetrate the chicken. But if you're short on time, you can do it in let it soak for about half an hour to 40 minutes, and that should be good enough. So the next step of preparation would be to get your potatoes. I'm using russet potatoes, and when you're choosing potatoes, you want to use ones that are higher in starch content. They fry up the crispiest. And I'm using my french fry cutter, not to cut it into french fry strips, but to cut it more into chunks or cubes. That way it'll be much easier to just pick up one and pop into the mouth. So I'm just showing you that I'm doing it into pretty much even chunks. So now for the sauce, you want to get a saucepan, put it in medium-high heat, add your garlic, your sugar, your low-sodium soy sauce, and a heaping tablespoon of strawberry jam. The key to this sauce is the strawberry jam. It'll really add a nice balance of flavor and brightness. And you want to let that simmer for about 3 minutes just to get the flavors mingling together. And after 3 minutes, you want to add a little drizzle of sesame oil and a mixture of cornstarch and water slurry to help thicken the mixture. Once you put the cornstarch slurry in it, it'll go really fast, so you want to turn it off and set it aside to cool. So this part is the part where it gets really fun, because unlike the typical flour mixture for breading your chicken wings, you want to go in with potato starch or rice flour, because these starches are a lot more lighter and therefore they'll let your chicken be a whole lot more crispier and crunchier. So I just added some potato starch or rice flour, like I said, and a bit of all-purpose flour and black pepper. You want to get your chicken, use your hands and just stir it up, because the seasoning did settle at the bottom of the bowl. So you just want to mix that around and then dump that chicken straight into that flour mixture, and use your hands and make sure you're completely pressing the flour onto the chicken wings, because it can have a tendency to flake off in the oil. So you just want to make sure you're really pressing and compacting it on there. In your pot with heated oil, you want to heat it to about 350, 360, 65 thereabout. And you want to get your chicken wings. You want to make sure you shake off all the excess flour, because you did pack on quite a bit on it. So you want to make sure you're shaking off all the excess flour, because it'll just make your oil get really cloudy and really dark really fast. So you want to shake it off. And the more flour you leave on the chicken wings, the heavier the coating will be. So you just want to make sure you shake it off and get all the excess off. And you want to let each chicken wing fry about 2.5 minutes each side. The first frying we're doing is not to cook it, it's just to get the coating to make sure it stays on there. This is pre-frying it. So you're going to pre-fry each pieces, like I said, 2 to 3 minutes tops on each side. So I'm just flipping them around, making sure the other side gets fried. And after that time is up, I'm going to take them out and transfer them to a plate just to rest while I do the other batch. I know these chicken wings look finished already, but I'm not sure why my camera was making it look completely golden and delicious, but it wasn't as yet. So in that same flour mixture that we had from the chicken wings, we're going to add a bit of salt, Old Bay, and cayenne pepper. And this is what we're going to use to coat those potato cubes with, so that we can have an even crispier layer on the outside of those potatoes, that even when it gets cold, it'll still be nice and crunchy. So here I have the chicken wings that I pre-fried. I make sure to let the oil get really hot, and I'm just adding back everything to the oil to make sure it's fried to crisp perfection, and not just getting to the perfect crispiness, but to make sure it cooks all the way through to the bone. And that'll be about, I'll say about another 6 minutes or so, depending on how hot you have your oil. And while these are frying away, we're just gonna add those potato cubes that we have, toss them around in the flour, making sure they're completely covered. Here I'm making sure I shake off all the excess flour from the potatoes before I add them to the oil, because if too much flour is on it, like I said, it'll be too heavy and it'll just absorb too much oil. So you just want to make sure you shake off as much excess as you can. You can fry them to your preference. I like mine on the crunchier side, so for me it'll be in between a potato chip and a French fry. And there you have it, perfectly crunchy, flaky, umami, savory, all those words you want to use. This is exactly what this soy sauce chicken wing was for me. You can either get the sauce and completely dredge the chicken in it, or you can dunk it in it as you're eating it, or you can do what I did, just simply get this ladle or a spoon or something and drizzle it over the chicken. I do hope you give this recipe a try and leave a comment below and let me know how it was for you. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my page.